Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. This video is going to be about Fortnite, not Minecraft. And this video will be on how to optimize your PC and stuff like that. So let me stop cranking and let's go into the settings. So these are going to be the most optimized settings for your game as of right now. So let's start off with display. You need to be in full screen to take advantage of full render scaling, and you can get the most FPS if you use full screen. So recommend doing that. Now resolution, I can go up to 1440p because of my monitor, but most of you guys will be 1080p. If you really wanted to, you could go to 16 by 900. Let me apply that. It doesn't look that bad. You can still easily crank. Easy. Okay? So, if you are having trouble running 1080p, then you can switch to 900p and it'll be almost as good. But now let's go to the graphics settings. Now the brightness, I recommend keeping somewhere around 100 to 120. Over 120 it's overexposed, and under 100 it's too dark and you will not be able to see things. Next, the user interface contrast. This does not change your game at all. This just changes your UI when you press escape. Like, let's do that. It does not change my game at all. Only when I open it, then this looks darker. I like to keep it like that because I don't see a need to make it more contrasted. Color blind mode, you used to be able to turn on and you'd be able to see through storm, but that's not the case anymore, so just have it off and at 0. Next, the graphics quality. Do not press this button. Very useless button. If you press it, it'll give you like crazy specs, and it'll tell you like your frame rate to be at like 60 FPS. The frame rate right now I'm using is 180. Always use the setting that's 1 up for your hertz on your monitor. So I run 165 hertz on my monitor, so I want 180 to take advantage of all of that nice buttery frames. If you're a 60 FPS guy, then you want to be running 120. 144, you want to be running 160. 160, you want to be running 180, because 165, it's only a difference between 5 frames. You're not going to be able to notice that. If you're running 240, then stay at 240. Do not go to 360. It's really useless. Barely any computers can do that. Next, here's the graphics quality. Have this at 100%. It just helps a lot. It just makes your game look nicer. Like if I do this to 25%, look how bad my game looks like. Looks like I'm playing on a Windows like 7. Not even Windows 7. It looks like I'm playing on like a 2003 MacBook. So we need to have that all the way up, and there you go. The game looks much nicer. Then view distance. It doesn't really change your render distance. It just changes the way you see cars and other objects. Builds do not apply for this, so as players, so you can easily snipe with someone on near. But I have it at medium. If you're running like really low, then I recommend having all of these off or low, and then your 3D resolution 75% at 1080p. There you go. It's very playable, and it will not hit your it won't hit your FPS as bad. And look at that. Very nice. But because I have a really nice computer, I'm going to put this up. Now, advanced graphics settings. VSync you want off. It's pretty useless, Motion blur off, it can cause you nausea. Show FPS, you want that on to see how many frames you're getting. Up at the right hand side, you can see it says 180 FPS. You want that on to just see how many FPS you have. DirectX, I used to use DirectX 12, but I saw that it didn't really work for me. It was like really laggy, so I switched it back to 11. I recommend having 11 if you have a pretty beefy computer, and 12 if your computer isn't that good. But you need to have a graphics card to use DirectX 12. Keep that in mind. Allow multi-threaded rendering. If your processor has more than 4 cores, then turn this on. It really helps. And crash debugging, turn that off. It just wastes your frames and it literally does nothing. Next, you want to be on the server closest to you. If you don't know, just go to auto and it'll show you. I'm on the east, and I like to keep it that way. Toggle sprint you want off. It's you just want sprint by default, then you can sprint only by holding W. It really helps. Sprint cancels reloading, that's stupid, turn that off. Auto open doors, turn that on, because you can, look at this. Accidentally added a door, it opens up right by itself. I don't even need to do anything. Look at this. I don't even need to press anything, which helps a lot. Hold to swap pickup. I have that off. You can turn that on. Toggle targeting. I have that off. Mark danger when targeting. I have that on. So if you use your ping button while aiming in, then you will do that. And then not over here, right over here. You want auto pickup weapons off. It's really buggy. It does not help you at all. Auto sort consumables to the right. That'll give you like your minis and all your stuff. It'll put them to the most right slots, which helps a lot for me at least, because my loadout consists of the heals being on the most right side. Helps a lot. Next, reset building choice, you want that on. Turbo building, of course you want it on. That helps you edit or build so fast. Confirm edit on release, I have that off, but a lot of pros like to have it on. I just personally don't like it. Contextual tips, you want that off. It's very stupid unless you're a really new player. And for view, you want that off. All these things you want off except for turbo delete, that's personal preference. Highlights, if you have an NVIDIA graphics card, then you can turn that on and it'll, like, when you say clip that, then it'll like clip it for you. Tap to search, I have that on. That means if you just tap the button to use, it'll search the chest. You don't have to hold it. Really useful. Record replays off. You do not want that. It eats up your FPS. Now up here, I recommend going 80% to 125% HUD scale, but the thing with look at that. It's a little bit blurry and the health bar is kind of glitched out, so I wouldn't recommend doing all the way that. But if you want, you can do that. I have it at 90%. I feel like that's a happy medium. Then have all these things on except for quest progress. It's really annoying. And creative runtime. We don't need that. Next, this is your personal preference. I'm at 9.5, 9.5, 50.9, 50.9. Ignoring gamepad input. You want that off. You want that off. You can have that 20, 100%, 0, whatever you want. It does not really matter because there are no aircraft in the game right now. That you don't need to worry about because there are no planes in the game. Now this controller, This is not a guide for controllers, so we'll skip that. Music I like to have off, I don't really like it. Then this is just your personal preference. Sound quality low, it really helps your FPS, so I would recommend doing that. 3D headphones, if you have a really nice studio headset, then you can turn that on, but I even have a pair of nice studio headsets, and I don't really like it. Background audio, you want that off, because it just annoys you. Pardon me. You want subtitles, you don't really need to worry about that. Sound effects, you can turn that on, but I don't really like it. Voice chat you want on if you're talking with friends. Open mic, so you don't have to push to talk all the time. Really helps out. You can use default input. Right now I have two inputs. I have my microphone for my 1080p webcam, or my microphone for my headset. I do not have my XLR mic in yet. I will put that in later. So we want to apply that, just apply all of it. Voice chat input, you want that, I would put it on default unless you know what you're doing. Voice channel, you want that party. Voice chat notifications on, you can have it off. Licensed audio, mute all, because I'm a streamer / YouTuber, don't want to get copyrighted. Mute others, it'll mute others. Emotes when they're copyrighted audio. Unplay if you don't care. Now the controls, these are really personal preference. You do not need to have any specific keybinds, but here are my important ones. It's WAS, spacebar, auto run P, crouch left shift, all that normal stuff. Uses F, harvesting tool is tab, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 through weapon slots. Crouch while building is left shift. Wall is my thumb mouse button. Floor is Q. Stairs is my thumb mouse button too. Roof is my C. Trap is my V. And place building is left mouse button. Repair and upgrade, you don't really need that, but I have it on H. Not really needed. Rotate building, just keep it as is, which is R. And building edit, that's really the other important one, and crouch while editing. Just make all of these crouch options your crouch button, it'll really help. And building, just put that to any button you like to edit with. I like to edit with E, makes it really nice and fast, as so. Quick flex, guys. Now we're not doing that, and this we do not need. So that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to slap a like on the video. Really appreciate it. And if you found this guide helpful, make sure to subscribe for more future content like this. I do Minecraft content and Fortnite, and I stream on my Twitch almost every single day. Link to that will be in the descriptions below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm out of here.